Bitch, listen up. Now, for today's topic, I'm gonna have to ask one of y'all to close the door because there may be some little childrens walking by down the hallway. And the topic of conversation is adults only. Well, it's an adults only conversation today, ladies and gentlemen. But if you have some of your teenage children that are missing school today illegally, or if they're homeschooled, then you only need to let them listen to the first part of this show, because this show is all about, girl, get your act together. But before you get your act together, you got to figure out which act is actually your act. Are you watching other people on social media? Are you looking at their lives and comparing their lives to your life? Are you looking at somebody else's brand new Bentley that they just rolled up with the paper tags, and you looking at your hoopty like, you know, I don't like this car after all, but your car is paid off. They have a new note. Are you looking at that woman who looks like she got that body, right all the way together, and all of a sudden she came out of COVID and got her whole body snatched, got a mommy makeover? What you can't see is underneath that mommy makeover outfit body that she's got going on, when she takes those clothes off, she's got scars up under her nipples. She's got a scar in her vagina. She's got poke marks in her back where she got the liposuction. She's got scars on the inner parts of her thigh where she had the fat sucked out and then stitched together so she would look like Frankenstein. So when you're looking at these people on social media thinking, I want to look like her, you don't really know what she looks like. When you're looking at these people on social media like, she has the best husband in the world. Oh, he's so fine. What you don't know is that he has erectile dysfunction and that she's just faking like their marriage is perfect. When you're looking at these people build these new big monstrosity houses that looks like they still have the same job. No, they didn't get a raise. They just decided to go ahead and max out all the credit that they could give to build a house that other people would be impressed by. Ladies and gentlemen, this show today is the State of the Union in 2023. What is your 2023 State of the Union? Meaning the same way the president gives the State of the Union, meaning the state of these United States as they are today. Let's do a self-assessment and reflect on, am I where I'm supposed to be? Am I heading in the right direction to get there? Or is this something that's going to be holding me back? And in the state that I'm in right now, I will not be able to be successful. I will not be able to see tomorrow, or I will not be able to excel. So this is the comparison curse that we're talking about. The State of your Union today should read like this. 2022 was a stellar year. I got a raise. I didn't get fired. I was promoted. My friendship circle is tight. I changed my diet. I became a vegan, sometimes a pescatarian. I walk in the mornings where I didn't used to. I'm less combative. I'm making friends more easily because I'm less negative. 2022, I decided to work on my budget more so I could have a stellar 2023. So I saved 10% of everything I got, while I was also tithing. You know what else? I stopped smoking cigarettes. I stopped beating my children with a belt buckle. I stopped burning up my husband's clothes every time we got in a fight. I stopped cursing out all my friends every time they pissed me off. That was the State of the Union for 2022 when you had your new awakening. Well, 2023, what is your State of the Union? If you had that kind of 2022, then when you came into 2023, things were looking pretty great. So when you gave your self-assessment while you looked into the mirror, you said, hey, the State of the Union right here, the state of this girl's union is pretty stellar. So I'm just going to keep it copacetic. I'm going to keep everything moving forward in the direction I have been planning since the 2020 debacle of the 2020s. However, for those of you out there in regular land with the rest of us, myself included, your State of the Union probably sounded a little bit like this. Well, it's January 1 of 2023. I think I probably need to change my diet since my blood work came back whack from my doctor. Well, since the bitch betrayed me, I think I need to stop being friends with whack bitches. Well, since I just found out that my husband has 2 other children by 2 other women that are the same ages as my children, well, I guess I need a new husband. Well, I just found out at the plantation that they're getting rid of the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee. Well, I guess I need to become an entrepreneur. Well, I got a kid that's going to rehab, but I don't have the money to pay for it. Well, I guess I got to pray it away. If the State of your Union in 2023, when you gave your announcement speech to yourself to say what the state of the things are right now, then after that State of the Union intro, your new state, your ending of that speech should sound a little bit something like this. However, I've already been working out in this new year, and now it's February. I've already put my kid in rehab, which was go to church and pray and get off the crack. Number 3, I've already told my kid to go back to school and get out of my house. Number 4, I told my husband, yes, I'll stay married to you, but those extra children, those are your problems. I can't make them my problem in 2023. For your hater friends that you decided were talking too much yang about you behind your back, what you probably said was this: you know what, bitch, I don't fuck with you no more. Excuse my language, but y'all knew this was the adult hour. And it should make you feel a whole lot lighter. You don't need to go do working out 10 times a week. All you got to do is cut people off. It'll lighten your load. You know what? If your family is tripping, if your family is not supporting your dreams, at the end of your State of the Union, you should be like, guess what? My family is tripping and they don't seem supportive of this dream I've been trying to accomplish for the last 5 years that is now about to pop and come to fruition. So you know what, family? Y'all got to sit in the back. And I know you're going to want to be in the front when I'm up here doing all these interviews for this new bakery company that I got. Or I know when I'm making all these cookies and these new pralines in these shops in New Orleans, I know y'all going to want to come and eat for free. But you weren't very supportive in these first 3 or 4 years of me trying to create my praline company for New Orleans. You didn't really have my back. As a matter of fact, you didn't even sell my pralines to your friends at your little club meetings. Well, if your family's tripping, then you need to say, family, listen up. In 2023, it's all about me. It's not about you, boo, unless they're your children. In 2023, it could be all about we, which is me and the kids. That's the only we. Your husband, you can be there and support him. Your wife, you can be there and support you. But 2023 needs to be all about the me calling yourself. You have to know that while you are looking at social media, that ain't real life. It's not. People can tweak, twerk, adjust, change the lighting of everything about them. So when you see their images out there, they're already ready for Vogue magazine. That's not real life. Real life is I didn't wake up like this. Real life is I had to pop these lashes on. Real life is I had to wash this face and put some serum on. Real life is I had to gel these edges down. Gel the back and the front down. The reality is I got to dye my hair black. The reality is I got to make my own money and bring in these coins. The reality is you might have a fight with your kids when you're dropping them off at school and do like this, pop, 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 and hit everybody in the back seat like your mama used to do. Or you might take off your shoe and just flick it across the room and see if you can hit the target, or at least let the wind go by their heads. If you're trying to live your best life in 2023, this is what you have to do first. The number one rule we gotta stop doing is comparing our lives to other people's lives. Stop comparing your life to the neighbor's life. You don't realize that what you have going on in your own life is just enough. Even God said, don't be worrying about tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to handle itself. You got enough stuff on your plate to handle what you got today. And if you're looking at somebody else's life through your rose-colored glasses, and you really can't see all the cracks, all of the destruction, all of the anger, all the insecurities, all of the will to do better, all of the foreclosures, all of the bankruptcies, all the cosmetic surgeries, all of the lies to get ahead, all of the people that they betrayed to get ahead, all of the dissension in their marriage, all of the confusion of their children, their lack of faith, their lack of direction. But all you tend to see is what they put on social media. So they're putting their things on social media to mask what's going on in real life. So don't get caught up comparing yourself to somebody else's blessings. What you can get caught up in is looking at their new car and making it feel like you need a new car. No, you don't. You looking at somebody who bought a new house. I just closed. Seem like every bitch on the internet had just closed on the house, and you in the same house you got from your mom and daddy from your inheritance. Guess who the smarter one is? The inherited homeowner, not the one who just closed. Somebody said, oh, I just closed on a new house. I said, okay, you closed into that new 30-year fix? Yes. I'm 17 years on a 30-year fix. Tell me what the math is on that. So if I was out there buying a house every time one of my homegirls or every time somebody on the internet said they got a new house and just closed or did a remodel, then I'd be in the broke house and I wouldn't be paying for what God has proposed for me in my life. So when you nuzzle on that a little bit, I'm going to come back and give you a little bit of encouragement, because some of these people, but first we're going to talk about our body image. You out there worried about who got the new booty? Well, booties are out. Booties are no longer in style. Kim Kardashian deflated half of her butt. So now she's just working around here looking like Cardi B instead of the super duper booty. So now you got all these women dissolving all the fillers in their faces. So now they got wrinkles like me in my forehead. I create 8 new wrinkles every week with my show. Now you got all these people with all these facelifts. Did you know that Madonna had her first facelift allegedly at 37 years old? Then she had another one at 50 and apparently another one at 60. So when your face has been lifted all those times, it makes you look like you have that look like The Weeknd has with the fake look where your cheeks are going out like that, because it hollows out your cheekbone. Y'all thought Madonna had this wonderful life. She had all these wonderful husbands, had this celebrity status. But look at her now. You might have wanted to be Madonna in the 80s, but look at Madonna now. She's still trying to keep up with the Joneses, and she is the Jones. All right? When you are the Jones, you will die trying to keep up appearances of success, forever life, forever beauty, forever money, forever fabulous. Forever anything is a lie. The only thing that's forever is God. Well, this is your adult part. Now, I left you on Madonna and what she looks like today. Actually, she looks like the man from the Scary Movie on, what's the movie with Brad Pitt where he was so cute? And he was like, they were chopping off the heads in the box. Whatever it is, she looks like the monster that was killing all the people. So you need to stop looking at the Joneses. They are dying trying to keep up their own appearances. Okay? The Joneses should not be your bar for excellence. You will find yourself, and I'm going to say this from a position of love, a position of humor, and a position of wit. Let me tell you something out there. You women out there trying to have your man go into the poorhouse, trying to buy you bags that he can't afford, making your man feel like he needs to buy you a mommy makeover, body makeover, making your man feel like he needs to upgrade your house and move you into somewhere bigger because your friends got new houses, making your man feel like he needs to buy you a new whip because you feel like all your girlfriends have a new car. You, my dear women out there, you need to get your act together. You are not out there to put unnecessary heat and pressure on the people at your job. If they don't hire another Shaniqua to work with you, forget you trying to fight for DEI at your job. Woman, if you have a vagina, you are the new DEI. White people have figured out a way on the plantation to not make diversity black, to not make diversity immigrant, to not make diversity LGBTQIA. So they have made the vagina their diversity element. Okay? So when you look at these corporations that say, oh, we're number one in diversity, we have half the women on our board and half men. That ain't the kind of diversity we're talking about. But what that should tell you is this. If you're out there spending all of your time trying to be someone else, it's not going to work for you. The favor that you cannot see in your own life is because you're too busy looking at someone else's life, thinking that God shined more favor on them than he shined on you. He didn't do that. God don't work like that. He got enough favor for everybody. You see, we all driving. That's favor when you get a car. It's favor when you get a mortgage. It's favor when you get a spot in the front at the parking lot. So God is giving you a million little miracles all day, every day. But if you so busy looking at somebody else's gram, somebody else's TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever, even new headshots. If you looking at the gram with a person, She thinks he's all that. He think he all that. Ooh, I heard he just moving in the crib. You know he can't afford that new crib. You know she can't afford that new whip. You know they probably went into the poorhouse trying to buy that. You know they think they kids all that. You know they get that. Wait, while the you know their crew, you know they crew. You know they ain't got it. The you know they ain't crew is on you. Don't let your haters make you lose your blessing. You cannot focus on the comparison game, okay? You work on what the other people got. Let me tell you what happened. And I'm not just saying this. Listen, if you would mind your own business, then your business will grow. It's a fact. If you're so focused on your own business, by business I mean focused on having your family become a better family unit. Focus on having your marriage becoming a better marriage. Focus on having your position at the company you work for, if you're on the plantation, becomes a better a group of working with. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know how to work that. I ain't been on the plantation in so long. I don't even know plantation speak. But what I do know is this. When you are working at your job, you can't compare yourself to somebody else who just got a raise. You should not compare your employment status to somebody else who just got a big promotion or somebody else's big bonus. Because what that says is you need to be worried about your own life, because the whole year long in 2022, the person who got the big raise and the big promotion, they got it because they earned it throughout the year. Not worried about what you're not doing over there. They weren't comparing their success to you because you're a loser. Okay. Winners don't look down at the bottom and see what the bottom dwellers are doing. No, winners keep their eyes on the prize. They focus on minding their own business. Mind your own damn business. Focus on your business and watch your business grow. It's just that simple. If you minding your business and not minding everybody else's business, you ain't talking shit about them. They're just talking shit about you. But guess what? You want to be the business that everybody's talking about because you handling your business so stellar. Come on, ladies, be about the business, not being about the bull crap. Okay? Don't be bitching about bullshit. Be bitching about the bullshit that you can't believe God is unfolding in the other people's lives that's causing them to go down, 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 down. God will take care of your haters. You need to let God take and make you greater. He's got to take you from your leveling in the bull, because you all, listen, we love the bullshit. Bullshit is fun. Gossip is fun. I love it. I'm great at it. I give it to you on the show. But when it comes to the business and your coins, you got to focus on your coinness, okay? Focus on your business and your coins and your faith. Here's the difference. I had to roll the faith in there on you because I don't want you to lose hope in the growth of your business, because all of your favor comes through your faith, and it only comes from one direction. Favor is sprinkled down. Favor don't come from shit up. Favor comes from the top down. So when I tell you this, don't rob yourself of your joy comparing yourself to someone else's life. Let me give you a case in point. In my own life, I'm like, okay, I try not to go on social media until I'm getting ready for the show. I don't compare myself to other people with their style, with their homes, with their cars. Listen, I take pride in driving around in a regular company car every day. I don't need to drive the big body. It needs to stay in the garage, not getting any more miles. I love that I'm still in the house for the last 17 years with my husband that we created a family in. Because what I hear in my voice is like this. Well, that means I'm 17 years in on a 30-year fix and my money's looking pretty good because my home value has already doubled. So what that means for me and my family is because I focused on favor instead of trying to build a new house just because I could. I stayed where I could stay and keep my nest egg growing, because I'm not worried about, I want to go to your mansion and I want to go to your parties at your mansions while y'all pay the mortgage. That's what I want to happen, because I'm almost done paying my mortgage. When I'm done paying my mortgage, which is usually your largest debt, then that means God is showing me favor because I stayed the course. I'm not going to be ruining my credit because I'm over leveraged trying to keep up with the Joneses who don't even know me. who are in bankruptcy, who are facing foreclosure at the same time with their kids on suicide watch. It's a lot of rich people up there in those mansions committing suicide. It's a lot of their kids going into the nut house and committing suicide. Stop looking at the Joneses because they're dying trying to keep up appearances. You can't see your favor because you're looking at somebody else's and losing faith in what God promised to give to you. Mind your business. So when I compared my life, when I was in the comparison days, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm 30 and I don't have any kids. God was not giving me favor. He was making me a little bit barren. So I said, oh my gosh, everybody has kids but me. When I decided to leave the firm life and be an entrepreneur, I said, oh my gosh, everybody's still at the plantation but me. When I decided to stop drinking alcohol 2 years ago, everybody was mad at me. Everybody from my family to my husband to my friends were all upset that I stopped drinking. And I was like, y'all, why y'all mad at me? Why does my consumption of alcohol affect you? Do you feel like I'm not keeping up with what the idea of me you thought it was? What you change in your life will give you the segue to a better life. If you are paying attention to yourself and minding your own business, then you know what's best for your business. What's best for my business was getting off social media and stop paying attention to what everybody else was doing. That's hard. When you got the continuous live stream, that if you stroke and go on and on and on and on and on and on and on, you've been and scroll till it's 3 o'clock in the morning with your scrolling ass. I don't scroll. I don't look. I post and leave because I don't want to be in a trap of comparing what I have or what I don't have to what it would look like everybody else has. It would look like everybody's invited to all the parties. Everybody's invited to all the galas. Everybody's going skiing. Everybody's going to the beach. Everybody's going to the other continents. Everybody's doing these bucket lists. Everybody's doing these amazing things. Everybody's doing, amazing things. Everybody now is running for office. Everybody's winning office. Everybody's doing everything that may have been in your personal list of things to do on your bucket list. But have you ever thought that perhaps your bucket list is wrong? This is the day that I'm imploring you on Girl Get Your Act Together. You need to throw out your bucket list and just make a cup list. You don't need a cup. You don't need anything other than a cup size to put the list of things that you want to check off for your life. All right. If you're of a particular age and you're at the halfway point in your life, then you need to be worried about filling up your cup so that you can rely on God to make sure that your cup runneth over. Stop trying to check off all the boxes on your bucket list, because what you do to check off those boxes may have you in a state of dither to where your future may be going dimmer and dimmer and dimmer. Your future ain't so bright if you got to wear shades if you facing foreclosure because you jumped off and bought that 10,000 square foot McMansion knowing that your husband and you still make the same amount of money, or you done fudged some stuff on your tax ID forms and the feds are going to be looking to come for you to take that big old house away. If you got to lie on your IRS tax form to get the new house, don't get the new house. If you got to lie to the car dealership or try to figure out how to get from under that other old car note to get under the new car note, don't get the new car. Why don't you just pay off the stuff that you got? If you're too busy worried about the outfits that everybody else is wearing, why don't you buy the knockoff to save yourself from going into the poorhouse from buying the real stuff? Everybody can't afford the real. This is where you need to fake it till you make it, because you out there buying the real stuff. You're a real dummy if you can't afford it. You don't ever want to be in a situation where in your life where you have to sell the things you want to keep the things that you need. You heard me. You don't want to have to sell the things you want to keep the things you need. You don't want to have to sell that drip diamond necklace that you be wearing on your neck to keep your lights on. You don't want to have to sell them gold chains to keep your car home. You don't want to have to sell all of your bags and your gold chains and your wedding ring to keep your house out of foreclosure. What you need to to do is stay off the internet and stop comparing your life and your blessings. Everything you already have in the world right now is exactly what you're supposed to have. Because what you have in the world right now is the only thing that you worked for. Remember, you reap that which you get to sow from. So if you haven't been reaping the benefits, it's because you sowed some bad seeds. The smallest seed ever created by God is the mustard seed. If you have just that much faith the size of a mustard seed, you're going to have the favor that you get. While you're looking at somebody else's favor, it could be disfavor from God and favor from Satan. You don't know if the Illuminati's giving out all those blessings to all these entertainers who only have half the talent. You saw when you saw Tokyo Toni talk about her daughter being in the Illuminati, and then the next thing they did was cut to a commercial where you get to see our girl walking down the red carpet wearing a black crow with black fingernail crowed out. And I like Blac Chyna, but I think that Blac Chyna has gone off the dark end, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe Blac Chyna is getting baptized in the black arts, because if your mama goes on the internet saying that she needs 2 pistols and a pit bull the next time she goes over your house, then maybe when you're saying I got baptized in 2022, and that's the most pivotal thing for me, maybe Blac Chyna didn't get baptized in the holy water of the Lord. Maybe she got baptized another way. You know, people have been giving out golden showers lately. They become quite popular ever since Diddy talked about getting a golden shower from his girlfriend. I mean, maybe once you reach a certain level and you don't even have a Grammy and you're not even nominated and you never sang a song and you never even dated a Grammy star, then maybe when you're at the Grammys and you're making this big old stink and you're representing the devil on the Grammys, maybe that's something that we need to look at. So maybe you need to be baptized in the blood and not the blackness. So when you're out there comparing yourself to all these entertainers that are walking the red carpet and jealous because you're not on the red carpet and you've been trying to be a rapper or a singer for a long ass time, maybe it's good that God didn't make it work for you right now, because that ain't the plan that he was going to have for you. Maybe you weren't going to be rapping about the right kind of thing. Maybe you weren't going to be talking about the right kind of thing. Maybe you weren't going to be dressed the right kind of way. Maybe you're going to have to screw too many people to get on the radio. Maybe you're going to have to cheat on your husband, abandon your kids, and go out and chase after Hollywood and smoke on that pipe called that pipe of the idol, that Hollywood Star Walk of Fame pipe. That ain't the idol that you want. If you're raising up false idols thinking that that's what you want, if you're willing to do anything to make it in fame, then just maybe, you're getting blessings from down below and not blessings from above. So ladies and gentlemen, while you're out there playing the comparison game, make sure that you're comparing yourself to the only one to compare yourself to. How well are you doing in the light of Jesus? How well do you think God would shine upon the light of you if he came down today and was sitting in the Grammy audience? Would you do the same routine? If Jesus was sitting at the Oscars, would you make the same speech? Or did you notice that nobody said thank you, God, at the Grammys except for Beyonce, that I recall? Nobody said thank you, God, at the Golden Globes at all when Satan was winning the prizes for full display. Satan was on the red carpet. Satan was on the stage. Satan was on the microphone everywhere you looked at the Grammys. So guess what? Satan, you got yourself a Golden Globe. You got yourself an Emmy. You got yourself a Grammy. Are you trying to make an appearance at the Oscars? What will the Oscars show us? Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be here to watch, because Satan was there last year to make sure Will Smith did his bidding. All right, everybody. I hope you had a great Girl Get Your Act Together. I will see you next week from 11 to 12 noon. Make sure you bring your Bible. If you ain't got a Bible, go find one. Go to any hotel. You can see that the people put the free Bibles in the room. Just take a few pictures of the page. Don't steal the Bible. Don't steal it. Satan gonna help you steal it, and then you're gonna get run over by a bus with the Bible in your hand. Just ask the people, can you have it? Bye, everybody. See you next week. For those of you women out there, I've been in this situation. Don't be embarrassed. It could happen to you.